We also think that retention requires improving teacher work conditions, and there's a couple issues here. First, we call on the General Assembly to look at evaluation reform. The current evaluation system for South Carolina teachers is unduly burdensome and cumbersome, with a lot of redundant paperwork in the SLO process, especially through sclead.org. Evaluation is an important part of professional growth, but inefficient evaluation detracts from a teacher's capacity and administrator's capacity to work directly with students. So we want to see reform and efficiency there. We think it's critically important that the General Assembly and the State Board of Education visit the issue of class size and student load. Simply put, a teacher that is maxed out on class size and student load lacks the time and capacity to fully meet the individualized needs of every student. And on the screen, I've put some of the existing max class size caps and loads for various grade levels. You can see in grades 4 and 5, under state regulations, a teacher can have up to 35 students in a classroom. Now I'm a high school teacher, but I would struggle with 35 in high school. 35 in a 4th grade classroom is completely inappropriate, and that number needs to come down. At the secondary, middle, and high level, teachers can have teachers in subject areas other than PE and art can have up to 150 students a day. If you're a high school English teacher trying to grade 150 essays at a time, you don't have time to give the rich feedback that students deserve. That max load has to be addressed. And the max load has to be addressed for PE and art as well, because it's even higher. There needs to be a max load for virtual instruction. Currently, there is not one. So teachers could have 300 students in a virtual environment. Again, inappropriate and not in the best interest of students, and our state needs to address that. We also believe that our state needs to establish clear criteria through regulation, either at the state board level or through statute at the General Assembly level, that forbids districts from requiring teachers to engage in dual modality instruction, where they are responsible for teaching students directly in person, live, face-to-face, simultaneously with online instruction. It's a burden that too many teachers have had to shoulder during the pandemic and is overwhelming. We call on the General Assembly to establish protected planning time for teachers and unencumbered lunch. We also believe that certificate renewal should be streamlined for teachers, with a revisiting of the PD matrix that the State Department currently maintains for awarding certificate renewal hours. And we believe that there should be the creation of teacher stipends for professional development that could fund their own self-directed professional development activities during a 5-year renewal cycle. We think the state should also improve benefits for teachers. Currently, there is no paid family leave for teachers in South Carolina who have an addition to their own family through birth or adoption or fostering. The federal government currently provides up to 12 weeks of paid leave for individuals who have a birth, adoption, or fostering in their family. We believe the state should be doing the same thing for state employees. And the General Assembly needs to look at the state health plan, because while premiums have largely stayed stagnant over the last few years, which has been good, deductibles have slowly increased, and the amount of coverage provided has not kept pace with what should be provided as a result of what teachers are paying.